Hi, Jeff Fox. How can the Planning and Zoning Committee make this important decision and the regional committee with, I believe, no survey representing the interests of the residents and what they want, no survey, and no traffic study? Period. How can you even move towards a decision? And those are all the concerns are associated with those issues, and then that goes on to life safety. And are you at all concerned if you say yes that you're creating some kind of liability for yourselves? What if you're creating another pocket? What if the worst case scenario does occur with a major fire? There's litigation associated with that. I've heard the concerns over litigation by not approving this. We don't have the funds to litigate it. Well, what about a terrible event like that? How can you move towards a decision?
Well, we're just a committee. We don't make the decision. The power lies with council. We make no decision whether this goes forward to the county. The council does.
Mark, I understand, and I appreciate everything you guys have done. And I am not one way or the other. I think I'm pretty objective, and I've been more interested in your processes, how this thing is allowed. And, you know, my sense is, when I thought it was fun coming to your committee. This is much better. It seemed like when I got involved, it seemed like no was never on the table. It was all negotiating, you know, kind of the best of two evils. That's what I detected from your committee. And it's like, if you did a survey and everybody said no, and if you did a traffic study, and that's what you guys argued about. You argued vehemently about that and attacked each other. But bottom line, and I think it's because the cow was already out of the barn. You didn't have a survey, you didn't have traffic studies, but you moved ahead anyway. Because you felt pinched to make a decision.
Right.
I just sort of like to respond to this, being the secret member on this council. We represent a group of people, and with, what are we up to now, 29 memberships?
Yeah.
As of today, so 29 different memberships. Most of them are residential, and I would hope that each of us fairly represent the people that are within our community. I know I sent out a request for comments and how people wanted me to vote on their behalf. I'm obligated, and that's the reason I wanted an open vote, to go with the majority of my community. So when you send out a survey, traditionally you have pretty low response rate. I think this council represents a better way of finding out what the community really wants.
So Barb's been having your vote a long time.
David, can you tell me what the county comprehensive plan suggests for zoning for this property?
It's a municipal growth area which envisions a mixture of commercial and residential uses in the most simplest terms.
And it doesn't designate the category of commercial?
No, it does not.
Thank you.
Let's see, we have a question back.
I just had two concerns. One was on this number 3, the stipulations. It says that on 179 there would be a setback of 29 feet, but on the site plan it's showing parking spaces. Trucks need more than 29 feet distance between the building and the edge of the setback. And also, on 89A, when they put in a hotel, they required a stoplight because of the study that was done. If you're going to have all those parking places filled with 3 or 4 people at least per car, don't you think we ought to have the study done first?
Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me jump in on that. One of the problems we run into as a county entity, we have no jurisdiction over Highway 179, period. That is 100% ADOT. So we can't dictate or change or force additional conditions, that ADOT's not going to require for that. This is why it's critical that ADOT do get us the comments. Very early on, they mentioned the deceleration lane. That's why the decel lane is in there. It's why they put it in. We haven't gotten comments from them on this latest iteration, and I don't, quite frankly, really expect them until either right up before the board meeting or right after the board meeting. That's just the way ADOT has been. But we have no jurisdiction over that highway, and I cannot legally hold up a zoning case on county jurisdiction pending their response. That's why we do try to pick these things up as under the all applicable codes and ordinances, so that they still have to comply, but we cannot delay a case because ADOT hasn't, picked up the phone or sent us an email. So that's one of the problems that we have when we have multi-jurisdictional issues like this.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I missed what you said. What is the recommended zoning for this parcel of land in the community?
Right now, there is no recommended zoning for this parcel.
In the community plan?
It is identified as a municipal growth area, which envisions a combination of residential and commercial uses. Commercial would include a hotel, strip malls, grocery stores, pharmacies. It would include all of those types of uses.
This whole area.
Yeah, and that's for the whole area. It's not a parcel-specific document. The general plan is looking, or the comprehensive plan is looking at the whole region as a whole. And it's identifying that this is an area of growth, and that with growth, it is anticipated you're going to have other businesses to accommodate that growth.
What you just stated, is that the county plan or the community?
It is the comprehensive plan. The county does not recognize community plans anymore.